This is a calf stretch targeting the gastrocs and the soleus. So with the leg straight, you're just going to lean forward to stretch out the gastrocs. You're going to keep the heel on the ground. Now you could take a step forward, slightly bend the knee, make sure you keep the heel on the ground to target the soleus muscle. Both muscles can contribute to plantar fasciitis pain, hip pain, ankle pain, foot pain. So it's really important that we keep this muscle stretched out. You can even do pulses to improve that ankle range of motion, as shown in the video.
When you're foam rolling the quads, you want to keep the back flat, core brace, almost like you're in the plank position. You always want to stay below the hips, above the knee, not directly over the knee. As you can see in the video, we started out with the feet straight down. That targets the middle of the quads. When you turn the feet out, it's targeting more of the inside of the quads. And then when you turn them inwards, it targets more of the outside, closer to that IT band. Typically, I tell people about 10 to 20 rolls. If it's a little more tender, you can continue to roll. If there's not enough pressure, you can stack the legs to put a little bit more of your body weight onto the quads. You can still angle it this way. Just make sure you keep that back flat.
For this exercise, you're going to target the subscap and the lat muscle. You're going to place the ball underneath the wing area where the lat and the subscap sit. You're just going to gently roll. You can also use the kettlebell. This will improve your overhead range of motion. With this exercise, you're going to place the back leg up against the wall and you're going to drive your hip forward. You should feel the stretch in the quads and in the hip flexors. You will hold this for 90 seconds. You can progress this exercise by bringing up the forward leg to a lunge position and lifting the back up towards the wall. If that is not comfortable enough, you can keep it down at that regress position. This exercise helps provide relief for the low back. You can use a band or without, depending on the progression. You're going to flatten the back up against the ground, draw the belly button into the spine, make sure that your glutes are engaged. You're going to gently push the feet into the wall. Make sure to keep them in this 90-90 position and make sure that the knees are even with the feet and lined up. You're going to just hold this for 30 seconds in that pelvic tilt position, and then you'll relax. Hold it for another 30 seconds and relax. If that's easy, then you can bridge up, slowly lowering down the spine. Think about lowering down the mid back to the low back, like a roly-poly. So you're going to bridge up, engaging the glutes and the feet, and slowly lower down. If this is painful, then discontinue. You can always widen your stance to engage more of the glute med muscle. This exercise is for hip extension. You slightly tuck your hips under, keeping the back flat. Don't arch the back. Keep everything straight. You place your hand right behind the hip and you will gently lean forward, getting that good hip extension. And you can do this about 10 times and then switch over to the other side. You shouldn't feel any pain, but you may feel some tightness in the hip at first, and then it should slowly let go. This exercise is great for teaching your body how to engage the core and the glutes. It's good for low back pain, hip pain, knee pain, ankle pain, most lower extremity, as well as mid-back and some neck pain cases. This is a great exercise for low back range of motion. It is going to improve any exercise that goes overhead. It's going to help activate the core and the glutes. You just gently press up, relax the glutes, let everything sink down. If this is too easy, you can progress by bending the knees and continuing to do the exercise. This should not cause any pain or any numbness or tingling down the legs.
This is an orb. To me, it's a little easier using for the hamstrings and the calves when you want to roll them out. So you just place it in the desired area. You could do hamstrings, calves, glutes, quads, a lot of different muscle groups. You want to stay above the knee, not directly behind or over it. You can change up the ankle to get a little bit more of that IT band insertion point. You can use it for pretty much any bigger muscle group. It's pretty easy to maneuver. You can use your other leg to brace you, get almost into that plank position, keeping the back flat, keeping the core as tight as you can. So you can change it up. You can roll the inside of the leg, especially if that's easier versus doing the foam roller. If you don't have an orb, you can use a softball or any type of bigger ball that you have on hand. Now in the video, we're going to show you how to roll through the glutes. You can change up angles. I really like the orb. It's very easy to use. Dead bug exercise, you want to make sure you keep the back flat, belly tucked into the spine. You can start by having the legs up, hands up. Start with just the hand movement and really practice on keeping that back completely flat, keeping the core activated. Make sure you're breathing. Once that becomes pretty easy, you can add in the legs. So when you add in the legs, keep the knee bent at first until you can progress it. So see how the knee is staying bent, the back staying flat, core staying engaged. You want to move opposite side. Once that becomes easy and the back stays flat, then you can progress it to where you're straightening the leg out all the way, still opposite of each arm. This shouldn't cause any low back pain. Make sure you continue to breathe. Really keep that core braced inwards. You never want to push it out for this exercise. If this is painful, regress back down to the TRA activation video.